How's it going, guys? I have a awesome announcement, and I think you can guess by the things that are on the table. I have partnered up with Evolution Athletics and Undefined Nutrition. Moving forward, Carrie and Brian have been awesome with setting me up with everything that I need, supplements-wise, equipment-wise, and it was just kind of the perfect pairing because I already use a ton of Evolution Athletics equipment anyways. I've had other brands reach out, but I don't use their stuff. I already had experience with about half the kit that's in here, and I'm excited to use the other stuff that they sent me. So I'm going to break it down, all the stuff that they sent me, what I think I'm going to use it for, and over the coming weeks, I'll kind of give feedback through my Instagram, my YouTube videos of the things I like, little things I notice, and just fill you guys in on what's awesome about the Evolution stuff that I'm going to be using. So with equipment, I think people get a little in the weeds, and in Strongman, the solution to all their problems is just throw more neoprene on, more belts, more everything. I think I'm way more, I pick and choose a lot more with my equipment. There's definitely situations where the right equipment in the right event equates to points on the board. And that's why I'm really excited about the variety that I have in here. There's going to be times and places for each piece, for each, not just each event, but how heavy is the event, how many reps are we shooting for, and those little minute details is the difference between a couple points on the board and many, as all of us know, a lot of times strongman is decided by seconds, a single rep, or comes down to the final event of the show. So I'm really hopeful that a lot of this stuff adds points to the board. So I'm going to start breaking it down. Some of the stuff I already use, like the first one, I've used these for years and they have held up great. The grip shorts, I primarily use these for stones. They have a boatload of tacky on them. I'd probably use them for more if I didn't have tacky on them. But these have been my only stone shorts I've used for years, holding up great. I've got the standard neoprene shorts that I picked up at the Shaw Classic. The team actually kind of rush ordered me these so I could use them on day 2 of the show. Used them for the dumbbell, the arm over arm, and the final medley. Just awesome neoprene shorts. They're a little thicker than what you'd get from a lot of other brands. These I'm actually really excited about. We got these elbow sleeves. Actually, these might be the knee sleeves. They're all pretty wide. So these are the knee sleeves. I have them in elbow sleeves and knee sleeves. And I think when people see these products, like, oh yeah, they're the ones with the extra straps to kind of lock it down for extra support. But what people don't realize, which I thought is like probably the coolest part about these, yes, I can lock it in, but I think these are also just going to be my standard daily use, like single ply elbow and knee sleeves. You can just take the straps off and they're a standard sleeve, or you could run one of these straps or 2 straps depending on where you want tension for the event. So you have that option with the knee sleeves and the elbow sleeves. So I'm actually excited to really play with what events I like these in, and for what weights I like these in, but I think these are going to have a lot of utility. I got the double ply knee sleeves. He's got triple plies as well, but I went with the double ply. I like to be able to move a little bit. These will be a little tighter. I have a feeling these might end up being my daily wear, like moving event knee sleeves. They're thick enough to provide support, but they're thin enough that you can move a little bit. So I think I'm going to run the double plies. These are a bit absurd. These are the triple ply elbow sleeves. I have a feeling these are just going to be my Viking press elbow sleeves, because that's the one event where you're bringing down big weight and you're basically loading it all straight in the elbows. There's no clean involved. So I think these are going to be my Viking press sleeves, but we probably won't get to test that for a little bit. They're ridiculously thick, ridiculously overbuilt, but I could tell that these are going to provide a ton of support when we have a super heavy pressing event. Wrist wraps, I got the 30-inch, the long ones. Brian gave us a set of 20-inch straps at Strongest Man on Earth. Those are great, but I have really thick wrists, so I just went with the longer pair. They're more of a stretchy wrist wrap, but at the 30-inch length, once you get a couple wraps on, it really locks you in. So I think these are going to be just fine for everything that I'm going to use them for. So some stuff that I've used for years, the Evolution soft belt. This was the first Evolution product I got. Not this one specifically. I think this is my 2nd or 3rd Evolution belt. I have changed sizes over the years, and this is the one they gave us at Strongest Man on Earth. Honestly, I think this is the best soft belt around. I've tried other brands. I've seen other brands fall off mid-event. Aside from one of these that's like multiple years old, I've never seen one of these fail in an event. I trust it for almost everything. It's a go-to soft belt. It's the only one I've used in my career, and it's the only one I'm going to use in my career. So the last two, canvas belt. I pop this over the soft belt. This is my favorite setup for heavy pressing. I use it for log, I use it for axle. I use it when I'm doing heavy presses off the blocks. Just the combination of the two. You have the ability to move, like in an overhead event where I need to do a clean. I can move with this double belt setup. It is tight, it is locked down, but I can move a little bit. Now for events where I don't need that extra bit of mobility, bringing in the 13 millimeter hard belt. So this thing, it's a little stiff. It's been a long time since I got a new 13 millimeter or like thick leather belt. So it feels a little stiff right now. It's gonna take a little bit of time to break in, but I'm excited to use this thing. It's gonna get a lot of use on things. I actually really don't use the hard belt a ton, but it's gonna get a lot of use on things like deadlifts, squats, and yoke. Those are the main three that I use it for. I use the other belts for almost everything else. But I'm excited for that to get broken in and get to daily use on it. I'm actually gonna squat today for my first session. So of all the things out of the box, the knee sleeves and those are gonna get the first use. So I'm actually pretty excited. So the other side of this that I'm really excited about is the partnership with Undefined Nutrition. Admittedly, I haven't been a huge supplement guy, haven't delved too far into that realm in the past. But if I'm being honest with myself, as I move into this phase of my life where strongman really is my job and every little percentage point matters, the thing that I really need to dial in is my nutrition and my supplementation, just so I'm feeling consistent from day to day to day. I'm recovering the way I need to. Admittedly, things like supplements are maybe that last 1 or 2%. I think a lot of the time people sell this stuff as like, oh, you have this giant issue. Well, our bag of protein or our bag of creatine is the thing that will solve that problem. I think it's the last 1 or 2% once your nutrition and everything else is dialed in. But I'm at the point with my training and my career where I need to dial in that last 1 or 2%. And I'm really excited about these products. I've actually been using them for a little over a month, and all the ones on the table here, I really like and I use daily. So the basic structure creatine, most studied supplement in the world, real basic but essential. The Greatness pre-workout, love this stuff. I don't need a crazy pre-workout. I tried the Greatness Extreme that Brian sent me. This might be a little too extreme for me, but the Greatness puts me at a real even level of energy, not crampy, not itchy, none of that stuff. Just a good solid pre-workout. The Persist Whey Isolate, I keep that back in the back of the gym by my bag. So in case I'm ever like short on a meal or anything like that, I just grab a scoop or two. It blends really, really well. That's one of the things I really like about most of this, like all of this stuff, is that it doesn't end up being clumpy. They actually took the time to get the right manufacturers, the right ingredients, so it actually blends well. Even like 2 scoops just with the shaker bottle, that stuff blends well. The last two are awesome. So the sleep, this is, it's got like melatonin, a couple other things in it to help you sleep and relax at night. I don't take this every day because I'm actually really, really good at sleeping. I fall asleep really fast. But just on a night where maybe I trained too late, I took pre-workout too late, some kind of caffeine too late, this helps kind of wind me down. So I'm burning through this a little slower than the others, but there's a great use case for this on those days where I'm just having trouble sleeping. And then this stuff, the recovery drink, I've been taking this a couple tablespoons per day. It's for joint health and recovery. I'm a big fan of it. It hasn't really been a super heavy phase of training where I'm doing a ton of events, so I don't really have the best example of like, oh, this stuff is a lifesaver. But so far, joints feel great. Everything's feeling awesome. Combining that with appropriate training and appropriate recovery, it's just that extra little 1%. So I'm really happy about all these products so far. I really didn't want to like push out anything that I don't personally use. And everything on this table I personally use or I'm going to personally use. And I could not be more excited about this partnership.